In this video, we will provide a tutorial on adding, modifying, and canceling tee times. There are 4 ways to initiate the booking of a tee time. 1. Double-click on an empty time on the tee sheet. 2. Select an empty time on the tee sheet and use the keyboard combination Control-A. 3. Right-click on the tee time and select Add from the universal menu. 4. Right-click on the button for the tee time on the status bar and select Add from the universal menu. The reservation editor will load, and the cursor will be in the golfer search field. Identify the first golfer by searching by last name, first name, or club ID. As you type ahead, the golfer list will filter down based on the criteria you have entered. You can select a golfer from the list by clicking on the golfer, then using the Tab key, or by highlighting the golfer using the cursor keys, then using the Tab key. Next, you can modify the transportation option by selecting the option from the list, or by using the cursor keys. Next, use the Tab key to add the golfer to the list of players in the tee time. The player will be added to the reservation form. Repeat the process until all of the players have been added. Click the Save button or press the Enter key to save the reservation. Add guest or green fee player. To register a guest or green fee player during the booking process, while the cursor is in the player selector field, click the Guest button or press the Control-R key combination on the keyboard to launch the golf guest register. Select the type, guest or green fee, then tab or click in the last name field. The golf category, club ID, username, password, member category, and default transportation option will automatically populate. Complete the form, then click Save. The golfer will be added to the database and the reservation editor. Add unidentified guests or TBD. There are 3 types of unidentified guests: generic guests, complimentary guests, and out-of-town guests. You can add the foregoing while the cursor is in the player selector field by using the keyboard shortcuts. Control-G for generic guest, Control-M for complimentary guest, and Control-O for out-of-town guest. If your club supports TBD, to be determined placeholders, you can use Control-T to add a TBD. You can also add a generic guest or a TBD by clicking the Generic Guest button or the TBD button. You can add multiple generic guests using the Control key plus the number of generic guests, 1, 2, or 3. You can add multiple TBDs by using the Control key plus 4, 5, or 6 to add 1, 2, or 3 TBDs. To remove a player from the reservation editor, right-click on the player and select Remove, or select the player in the reservation editor, then click the Remove button. To change the order of players in the group, right-click on the player to be moved, then use the up or down buttons. To edit a tee time, double-click on it with your mouse or right-click on it and select Edit from the universal menu. The reservation editor will load. Make the desired changes, then save. Add to a tee time. The tee sheet supports the concept of different ownership groups within a tee time. This feature protects each ownership group from the other group making changes to its tee time through the online booking system. To add to a tee time, right-click on an existing time and select Add to from the universal menu. Make the desired additions and then save. The new group will be added to the tee time. The font for the first player in each ownership group is bolded on the tee sheet. Replace a player. To replace a player in a group and mark the player being replaced as canceled, right-click on the tee time and select Replace to launch the Replace Golfer form. Search for and select the replacement player. Next, at the bottom of the form, select the player to be replaced. To complete the replacement, click on the Replace button. The tee sheet supports 4 different characterizations for deleting players from a tee time on the tee sheet. 1. Cancel, as the name suggests, should be used to cancel players from a tee time. 2. No show should be used to remove players from the tee time who failed to show up for their reservation. 3. Weather cancellation should be used to cancel players who canceled due to inclement weather. 4. Delete should be used to delete players from a tee time who may have been added in error. To initiate the deletion process, right-click on the tee time and select Delete, and then select the type of deletion to be performed. Select the players to be deleted, then click OK. You can select all players by using the Invert Selection button. Recurring tee times. You can grant a group recurring tee times. To do so, right-click on the time and select Recurrence from the menu. There are options for daily and weekly recurrences. If the recurrence is daily, click the checkboxes for the desired days of the week. If the recurrence is weekly, select the radio button for the day of the week to recur. Next, set the start and end dates for the recurrences. If there are notes to be copied, check Copy Notes. Click the Save button to save the recurrences. Copy, cut, and paste. To copy or cut a tee time, right-click on the tee time and select Clipboard, then the desired function, or select the tee time and use the Windows standard keyboard shortcuts of Control-C to copy and Control-C to cut. To paste the tee time to a new time, you can right-click on the time and use the Clipboard menu option and select Paste, or you can select the time, use the Control-V keyboard combination. Note, you cannot copy or cut a tee time, which has been checked in. This concludes our tutorial on adding, modifying, and deleting tee times. For more from the Learning Center, or to learn more about Buzz Club software, check out our website at buzzsoftware.com.